And I tread a troubled track. My odds are stacked. I go back to black. Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm doing Back to Black by the late, great Amy Winehouse. At its core, the song is very simple. It's the same 4 chords over and over again. The bass line, which I'm going to show you with the left hand, does make it quite a bit more challenging, especially to play and sing at the same time, but I'll give you some easier left hand options that still sound great. So no matter your level, you should be able to do a great sounding cover of this song. Let's jump in. All right, so first off, I recommend you get the chords and lyrics chart. There's a link in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords line up with the lyrics. So here's the main chord progression. Like I said, it's used for pretty much everything in the song, the only exception being briefly for the bridge. So we have a D minor chord. Here's middle C. I'm actually gonna be playing up an octave higher here, D, F, and A. And in the left hand, I'm gonna do octaves down here. So pretty far below, so here's middle C, an octave lower there for that D, and then an octave lower with my 5th finger. Now, I'm gonna use octaves throughout the song for everything, but if you can't make that stretch, you could totally just do single bass notes, whatever sounds best to you. So that's our D minor. Next, we've got the G minor. I'm gonna take my left hand bass notes, jump it all the way down to this low G, and then here's our G minor here. I'm keeping my right hand first finger on the D and stretching up to 3rd finger on G, 5th finger on B flat. Then we're gonna come up to a B flat major chord. So we're gonna come up here for the B flat bass notes. And the only thing that needs to change in the right hand is the middle note. I'm gonna put my 2nd finger down on F there. So D, F, and B flat. And then finally, we've got this A major chord. Left hand just needs to come down a half step to this A. And in the right hand, I'm gonna do this, it's an inversion on an A major chord. I've got a C sharp, 2nd finger hits the E, 5th finger on A. And we're in 4/4 time, so each one of these measures gets 4 counts, and there are 2 measures for each chord. We're thinking kind of a fast 4/4 time, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But right off the bat, I am going to be playing quarter notes in the right hand. So just playing on every count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And unlike most of my tutorial videos, I am not going to be using the sustain pedal very much in this song. We want just a really kind of staccato, punchy sounding chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that one time through can be the intro, and then the verse would start. He left no time to regret. But of course, there's this really cool bass line happening in the left hand on the recording. It's gonna sound like this. Of course, you could do the whole cover just holding the left hand bass notes, like I said. And then there's also a sort of intermediate level that we can do that I'll show you first as a stepping stone to the full bass line. And so here are the possible counts in a measure. We're thinking in 8th notes, so not just 1, 2, 3, 4, but dividing the beat in half. We have those ands between the counts, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And in the left hand, in addition to playing on count 1, I'm also gonna play on the and after 2. So thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So maybe just loop that on the D minor. So together, right, left, right, right. Together, right, left, right, right. So get a hang of that, and then you could start switching the chords. And 3, 4, 1, 2, 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 and 3, 4. Cool. Cool. So that is definitely a great option. You could play the whole song that way and it sounds really good. But let's look at that full bass line. Here are the first 4 measures of it. So of course the right hand's just going to be pulsing on those counts, the 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I have here are the left hand notes on the counts that you're going to do them. And again, I'm doing octaves. You could do this bass line with single notes as well. So on the first measure, we just got D, 2, and 3, 4. So just like we were doing it so far. But then in the second measure, we've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So we're stepping down after the 2 Ds, C, A, and that's the rhythm that you're going to need to do for a lot of the trickier measures. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So it's a lot of the upbeats. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And then the next measure, we're on G. So just notice that between the last hit, the and after 4, at the end of that measure, into the first hit of the next measure, that happens really quickly. And so just watch out for that. So when we're to that G, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Nice and simple there. And then 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So stepping up chromatically, G sharp, A. That, of course, is going to be on the way to the B flat. Let me just play that whole line. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, here is the next 4 measures. We're going to land on this B flat. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So same idea again. 1, 2, and 3. So I just put little asterisks here because it doesn't do the same thing every time. What I'm generally going to do is on the and after 3, I'm going to hit just the top octave B flat, and then on the and after 4, the low octave B flat. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Really cool sounding. In the intro, though, on that and after 3, they actually play an F. I think it's the only time it does that, but it's really cool. It would sound like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and just with the single note. And then you could do that, or just a single note before going to the A. So after that measure, which you can play however you want, you could also just hit the B flat with the octaves together for each of those hits. Then we're down to the A, 2, and 3, 4, A, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So same rhythm as every other measure before. C, C sharp, and of course that's kind of leading back around to the D where we started. So let me play that whole bass line slowly. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So this is me starting over. So what I just played could be the intro, although if it was the intro, I would probably do the F in the B flat measure. And then right after just one pass of that, we start the verse. He left no time to regret, kept his dick wet with his same old safe bet. Me, and then it goes on, same chord progression, just different lyrics. Okay, so after the first 2 verses, we have the first chorus. Now, here's the chords for the chorus. It's the same thing. But the chorus does feel a little bit different. Some of the strings come in. There's, I think, some electric guitar as well. So you could play it exactly like you do in the verses. One thing the strings kind of bring this more atmospheric sound. So I may just start adding in the sustain pedal again. You have to kind of just play it carefully, maybe lift it up anytime you're doing the passing bass line. While you're just hanging out on a chord, you can smudge it and then lift and then maybe smudge again. Also, if you want to switch it up more, it could sound cool to bring the right hand down an octave. The high piano is still going on, but there is some lower other instruments going on, so it could be, we only said goodbye with words, I died 100 times, but I think I will do it up higher. You'll notice on the chords and lyrics chart at the end of the chorus, it says NC. It stands for no chord. So after you do the 2 measures of A, so I'll go from the B flat. You go back to her and I go back to, I go back to. So you just kind of wait a measure, sing the I go back to, and then us, I love you much. So that's the third verse starting, and you play that just like you did the first two verses. After that verse, there's another chorus. After that second chorus, once again, you have the no chord, but it's that longer break on the recording. The drums go boom, 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 ka, boom, boom, boom. And then we have the bridge. Now for the bridge, I am gonna bring my right hand down an octave. Here's the chords for the bridge. So it's pretty similar. It starts on the D minor, and then, so 2 measures of the D minor. Then we've got this B flat major 7. All you gotta do for that is just move the left hand bass notes to a B flat. You still want the D, F, A on the right hand. Then we've got an F major. The first time there's been a new chord here, I'm gonna come up to the F bass notes here, and 2 of these notes are already where we want them. Just gotta drop the thumb to middle C there. And then, of course, we go to the A. And I'm gonna do, the bass line is on beats 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. While the right hand just holds the chords. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1. And of course, with the singing, we've got the black. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Black. 1, 2, and 3. And then the second line is the same thing again, but at the end we have some extra measures here, and I wrote them as A7. The piano just kind of goes around. It actually does like a flat 9 sound, so you can mess around. I'm gonna probably just kind of twinkle around on the keys there. The first measure, definitely A. So from the F there, black. 1, 2, and 3, 4. I go back to. So going up to that B flat there, maybe. I go, and if to get that A dominant 7 sound, you can play the G back to. Maybe I'll kind of let go of the rhythm in the left hand. You can just really play it loose there. It's just sort of building suspense for this moment of we only said good. So kind of just slamming into that last chorus. The final thing I'll say about that bridge is there is a little bit of extra, just sort of arpeggiated piano stuff that you could throw in. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Just sort of at the end of measures, you can just add some arpeggio notes. I'm just gonna be loose with it on like the and 4 and. But it's totally optional, and I'm only gonna do that in the second of the 2 lines in the bridge. But yes, like I said, after that bridge, there is another chorus. That is the final chorus. It's 2 times through the chorus like it was in the first chorus, so a double chorus. And the very ending, instead of just hanging out on I go back to, it actually goes back to the D minor and says black. Actually, I think it's like that. So instead of the root position D minor up here, I'm gonna end on a D minor voice like that, F, A, and D. Black. And that is the final chord of the song. Just let it hang out for a second, and then the song is over. All right, thank you for sticking with me. I am now going to do a full cover of the song so you can see how all these parts I've talked about fit together. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the bell so you know when I put out more videos just like this one. Okay, here's my version of Back to Black. Same old safe bed. Me and my head high and my tears dry. Get on 2,